Hey there, welcome back to Strategy in Small Doses. Today I want to talk about a topic of investing in yourself for growth in your business. And I know that there's a lot of service providers out there, there's a lot of coaches out there that talk about investing in yourself, but I really want to talk about this from a slightly different perspective. In the sense of, I'll give you my own story, right? So in January 2021, and as I was moving into the beginning of the year, I was really looking at all the different things that I was doing and where I was at and focusing on promoting my offers and working with one-on-one clients. And then, I realized that I really had not invested in myself in a long time. I mean, I hired a podcast manager to help me get with my podcast I'm going, but as far as actual like a coach for myself or any kind of marketing program or anything that was going to advance, investing in me and my skills, I had not done. And so I really had to sit down with myself and think about that, because the reality is that it's an exchange of energy. And I know that sometimes, if maybe you don't believe in the woo side of it, but the reality is that money is an exchange of energy. And I was expecting other people to invest in me, but I was not willing to invest in myself. And there is an energetic block that happens when you're not investing in yourself. And also like trying to get everything at that like bootstrap type price, or, okay, I'll do this and I'm going to invest this little bit, but I'm not going to go all in. A lot of people call that toe dipping or different things. And that's the reality, is that like when you're a toe dipper, you get toe dippers. And so there's a huge difference that happens when you start investing in yourself. And I know, and you have to start seeing it as an investment. You cannot see it as an expense. And I get it. We all have bills to pay. We have family to take care of. But the reality is that if you want your business to grow, it requires investment. That's just the reality of it. Yes, there are people out there that have done it with zero investment, but that's few and far between, number one. And number two, it's a much longer road. All right. Investing in other people that have been there, done that can help you do it faster, that can help you avoid the same mistakes that they've already made, that can give you their knowledge. I mean, they talk about the knowledge-based industry. I think it's like a $2.1 billion industry, because people are paying for speed, right? They don't want to have to learn it all themselves. They don't want to have to take the time to try to figure it out. They want to work with somebody that's already been through the trenches, and they're, at the place where they want to be. And so you work with them to say, like, just tell me how to get there, right? It's speed. You're avoiding all those, speed bumps and U-turns and detours and all of those things. Like, you're avoiding that when you invest in yourself. It's not an expense. Now, don't get me wrong, you need to do your due diligence, and you need to be sure you're interviewing. You need to get crystal clear on exactly where you're struggling, all right? So a couple of the things that I did is that I really wanted to learn LinkedIn. I had made the switch over there in November, and I was just, again, dabbling with it, toe dipping, taking a few courses here or there, looking up some things on YouTube. But then I took a course, and I'm not a big DIY style course person, but this course included like a live Q&A with the coach and whatnot. And so I told myself, if you're going to invest in this program, you're going to show up and you're going to do it. And I did. And I'm seeing a huge result in LinkedIn. Like, I could still be toe dipping on LinkedIn. I could still be dabbling there. But why? I hired somebody that's been there, done that, that's figured it out, that has a roster full of clients from that platform, and was willing to teach us all how to do it. She's willing to give us her 5 to 10 years of trial and error in a few short videos, or there's quite a few videos, but either way, like, it accelerated my ability to be on LinkedIn and actually maximize that platform by investing in this program. And then from there, I invested in a coach it was a 8-week program, I think, and then I invested with a 6-month program. And so, you've got to figure out those things, like, where are you struggling in your business? More sales, more this, more, obviously it's more time, more money. But what is it that's really causing you to struggle with more time, more money? Is it that your offers aren't good? Is it that you don't have confidence in your offers? Is it that you're unclear? Like, figure out exactly who it is. Like, just because somebody is promising you more sales or a new website or something of that sort, it doesn't mean just willy-nilly investing in it, okay? a new website isn't going to do you any good if you don't have traffic to drive to it, if you don't have offers that are good, if you don't have the right copy, if you're not ready to actually do that. Like, is that the best investment? No, like, you've got to get clear on your offers, because why are you going to invest into a website when you don't have your offers clear, and then you get your offers cleared up and now you got to redo your website, right? Like, this is what happens, is that you end up investing in the wrong things, and so then you don't have the funds to invest in the right things. So before you invest, obviously you need to make sure, like, what is it that I want to learn, and what is it that I'm willing to commit to right now? If I invest in this, what am I willing to make the commitment to it, and am I willing to take action? Because that's going to be the key to make your investment an actual investment and not an expense. All right. So I just want, it really truly is an exchange of energy. You're expecting people to invest high dollars into you for your services. But if you're not willing to invest into other people, you know, I'm telling you, there's an energetic exchange there that happens, and it's not equal, right? Like, it's not in alignment, and you've got to figure that out. And so I really encourage you to invest. And, side note, I understand that if your business is, maybe you're not where you want to be, and again, we all have bills to pay, I get that. But when I'm talking about investment, I want you guys to know, like, for the first 3 years of my business, I had a side gig on the side. Like, I always had something that I did to make money on the side. I delivered DoorDash meals. I was a nanny. I worked part-time. I cut hair on the side. I make meals on the side. I mean, I will do whatever it takes to make sure that I have the money in my account to make sure my family is taken care of and our bills are taken care of, so that I also have the money to invest in my business, because I know the importance of it. It does make all the difference. So if you are in a position where you are feeling completely strapped, I mean, there's a lot of ways. The gig economy allows you to make money in a lot of ways. There's things you can do online. I mean, I think my brother even does like surveys and makes like a couple $100. I mean, if you really want to invest in something or someone or a service provider, you will find a way to make that money. I'm just telling you that right now. Like, you will find a way. There are ways to make additional income. If your business is at a point where it's not making enough income to invest, then figure out something else. I am a huge fan of having something, like I said, I was a nanny. Figure out something that you can do that still allows you to build your business, but also gives you a little bit of wiggle room with your finances. It makes a huge difference. The other thing this is a totally different topic, but the other thing that really happens there is that you no longer have to feel like you have to take on every single client because you need that money to pay your bills, right? Like, there's an energetic exchange there that happens when you need the money, right? Like, when you are so desperate and you have to have it, and I get it, I've been there, but people sense that too. Like, oh my gosh, you then become, you completely eliminate your authority status to desperation, and people thrive on that. Like, they can sense it, and then they start nitpicking you. All right. And you don't want to be there either. So that's why I say, like, do what you have to do so that you have some funds available to make the investments to take that financial pressure off, because it makes a big difference. When the financial pressure is off, then when a client comes to you, if they're not a good fit, you're not so desperate that you feel like you have to take them on as a client, because you know that your bills are paid. All right. Like, this is a long conversation that could go on, but the whole point is that you have to be willing to invest in your business. Businesses require investment to grow. It's just the reality of it. But you've got to get crystal clear and make sure you're making the right investments. That's the most important part. All right. I'll talk to you soon. If you are not clear on that, let me know. Like, maybe I'm the person you need, maybe I'm not, but let me help you figure it out. All right. Because I don't want you to make silly investments. I don't want you to invest in things that you don't need right now. So let's just have a chat about it. If you're not clear about it, I'm going to be honest with you. I absolutely will never, ever, ever point you in a direction where you're spending just to spend. No freaking way. And I can promise you that. Like, I promise you with all of my heart, with all of my soul, like, I will never, ever do that. So if you are unclear and you need that clarity, please reach out to me. I'm happy to have that conversation with you. All right. I'll talk to you soon.